I'm sure you've noticed that the most recent Call of Duty entries have fake names for their guns. These names include the FR556 to the Rival 9 or KSV, just to name a few. This started around Modern Warfare 2019 and has been talked about in the COD community since. The question I've been asking myself is why the change? Well, what if I told you Activision made a deal kept away from the public eye to help advertise Remington firearms to young players, which eventually came out during a lawsuit and put Activision and Call of Duty in the middle of something they could avoid by changing around weapon names in the future. Let's go back to 2009. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 releases and it's a massive hit, so much so that it is the #1 selling video game of that year and having sold over 22 million copies overall. At around the same time, our other character Magpul, a Colorado-based firearm company, had designed a rifle platform called the Masada. It was later acquired by Bushmaster and rebranded as the Adaptive Combat Rifle, or better known as the ACR, with Remington joining the project to handle military contracts. The ACR was meant to be a next-generation rifle designed to replace the M16 in the US military. It was praised for its modularity, allowing operators to switch calibers quickly and customize the weapon for various missions. Despite its promise, the ACR never secured a military contract. Instead, it was marketed to civilians, hitting the shelves in 2010 with a price tag starting at around $2,600. With the release of their new rifle, Remington and Bushmaster wanted to drum up excitement. Enter Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Remington struck a confidential deal with Activision to feature the ACR in the game, which sounds bad, but in reality there was no money exchange for the deal, and both sides agreed to keep anything relating to it confidential. If I were to guess, the deal most likely consisted of Activision not having to pay the licensing fee for the gun to be featured within the game. So for Remington, this was the golden opportunity to advertise their rifle in front of millions of future potential buyers. Details of the deal came to light during a lawsuit against Remington filed by the families of the Sandy Hook shooting victims in 2012. Normally, gun manufacturers would be protected against legal action in acts of violence, but it was felt that they had serious responsibility for this shooting because of their malicious marketing practices toward young men. The case unearthed internal documents revealing these targeted marketing strategies, including its partnership with Call of Duty. A memo from Freedom Group, the parent company to Remington, was titled Gaming Strategy, stating, "With increasing urbanization and access to shooting/hunting areas in decline, a primary means for young potential shooters to come into contact with firearms and ammunition is through virtual gaming scenarios." It's very clear that the goal was to create brand preference among the young gamers who might one day become gun owners. The ACR quickly became a fan favorite in Modern Warfare 2, being praised for its low recoil and accuracy, traits the company was happy to promote. An executive remarked, "It's amazing how a game can sell real-world products." The success of this product placement led to the ACR's return in Modern Warfare 3. Oh god, not that one. The real one, released in 2011. This time, the in-game model featured a prominent Remington logo, something the real-life rifle doesn't have, as you can see in this image here. The logo was specifically added for Modern Warfare 3 to boost brand recognition. Considering the gun was in both games, I'm sure the Remington executives were very happy with the real-world turnout for the ACR. The ACR was meant to be a cutting-edge weapon designed for the military, but it has become a case study in how video games can shape real-world consumer behavior, and is another example of linking the connection made between video games and real-life violence. While we were all distracted by how goated this gun was in Modern Warfare 2, Remington was quietly using Call of Duty as a powerful tool to influence future buyers without willingly revealing their ties. This also tells us that Activision is totally cool with having real gun names until it's released to the public that they are a major advertisement of firearms to young children, which definitely has its consequences. So, if you take anything away from this video, make sure it's that Call of Duty is okay with anything, as long as they aren't affected. I hope you enjoyed this video, even if the topic was darker than usual, and please let me know in the comments how I can do better, or any other topics you'd like to see me talk about. With that being said, I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.